What? Yo guys, what's up? It's Shyvadi, and just wanted to give you a rundown of all the tips that I've been discovering over the course of playing Shiv the last almost 2 weeks now. I guess 10 days roughly. But let's see what I can tell you guys. So, number one, if you're playing Shyvana jungle, you're always gonna want to take this pet Bulbasaur Moss Stomper Seedling. This one is not really required anymore. I mean, yes, this slows by 30%, but then your E slows by 40%. So, like, what is the what is the benefit of red pet late game? By the time you get this red pet, like, you could have already had 2 points in E, which already gives you that 30%. So there's no point in getting red pet really. Green pet, or sorry, blue pet is probably, you know, an okay option, but honestly, like, considering you build Swifties most of the time, this is just extra, and it's not exactly that beneficial, especially when you need to get your ult and be healthy all the time, which leads me to the green pet here. So, you know, one of the benefits of having green pet is obviously, like, you can recall while something is hitting you, and and you can see that looks a little bit funny, but it is actually quite useful, and there's been plenty of times in games where people have been trying to stop my back and they just can't. A lot of people ask me, why Bloodthirster? There have been so many people ask me this question. People are saying, why don't you build Endless Hunger? It gives you 20% Omnivamp. First of all, that's not true. This gives you 5% Omnivamp. It only gives you 15% Omnivamp if you kill someone, which is, and for 8 seconds after you kill someone. Like, the amount of uptime you're having with 20% Omnivamp in a game is like maximum 40 seconds, right? Like, that's it. That's all you're gonna have Endless Hunger for, this 20% Omnivamp. 40 seconds in a game, that's it. Bloodthirster, you have 15% lifesteal the entire game, you have more attack damage, and you get a shield. So this shield, which I'm just gonna this shield that we have now is permanent, right? So this 315 shield is permanent. First of all, this shield you get is pretty ridiculous, right? Second of all, we're gonna hit the wolves here and watch how much damage we take. So we take 2, 25, 2, 25, 2, 25, and of course we can reset while this is happening, right? And it looks pretty funny, but it is extremely useful in fights when you have to back, but that isn't the whole story. So if we go by Death Stance, which is, you know, the same amount of armor, we're gonna go back to the wolves here, and we're gonna auto this, and you'll notice that we're only taking 18 damage and 1 damage now. Now, what is the benefit of this? Well, if I press W, right, my shields from this and green pet do not take damage. And so what that means is that in a team fight, you're not just taking less damage, you're taking no damage from any attacks that hit you. So you can shield your own shield and take less damage from your to your shields by having Death Stance and having a big shield with Bloodthirster and the green pet. So that is the main reason you buy these items, because practically in a team fight, you're going to be fighting super hard, and most of the time they're not going to break your shield right away, right? So the less damage you can take, like, the better, right? Tip number 2 is actually something that I use quite often. So first of all, when you ult on something, it is extremely difficult to get through a full combo, even with these items, right? Like you ult, you do that. Like it's not very fast, actually. Like it's kind of slow. And you know, we're doing 1100 DPS, I guess, but like really that's not very fast, right? With your DPS or damage. So 2800 damage, and I didn't use E, of course, but that's fine. Now, if you Q something and get your Q2 up, then you're gonna have, well, okay, before my W hit, you're gonna have a lot more DPS, and a lot more instant damage on the target, right? So if I were to, so this is how long it took to get to my Q3, right? And then if I were to show here, which I can't auto that, actually, I just realized, but so you can also press Q, right? And then boom, 2000 DPS. So the DPS is a lot higher, plus like you will be able to get another rotation of your Q, which is better in a late game team fight than it is if you were to just ult on someone without pressing Q1. So again, you're gonna be, Qing something and then ulting, and then like that wasn't even like as fast, but you can see the idea, right? Tip number 3 is take Shield Bash no matter what Shyvana build you're going. I'm serious. Shield Bash is the most broken rune in the game for Shyvana and any other champion that has shields, especially if you have like Karma on your team, Lulu on your team. Like, first of all, Shield Bash has no cooldown. It has no cooldown. That means every time you get a shield, which means I got Green Pet Shield, I got W Shield, and if I was able to not have Death or Bloodthirster Shield, I would get another shield as well. I guess this is a part of the other tip, but essentially your W has a secondary effect, obviously, that heals you when you're in dragon form. But what you should actually be doing, especially because of Shield Bash here, is pressing W before you ult, right? Which sounds obvious, but like if you press W and then go into ult, right, you actually heal even though you cast it in human form. And I don't know if it always used to be like that, because I have a weird feeling at one point it wasn't like that, but it is like that now, and so it is in your interest to press W to get that first shield bash damage in the case of comboing people. Tip number, I don't know, 4, I guess, at this point, is, I can't believe I'm putting this in a tip video, but you can actually cast your E twice, and many people who have played Shyvana know this, but it used to be extremely difficult, okay? Essentially, you press your E, so let me use my ult again here. So you'll see your Fury ticking down, right? And you have to press your E right as it ticks down after 0. Not at 0, but after 0. So if I do it correctly, let's see. There you go. So you spam E right after it right as it like is about to tick after 0, and you actually are able to use your Fireball twice. And if you're playing AP, obviously that's going to be pretty broken, but it's just as useful if you're going any normal build, right? So like if I were to try it one more time, right? Boom. Just like that. So a total of 700, or I guess 300 DPS, which if I were to just normally E, 240 DPS. I mean, it's sort of useful, and like you can do it reliably if you really practice, right? Like if you're walking around, right? Okay, I didn't do it there, but it is more reliable than before. and I would consider it a feature at this point because it's been in the game for 10 years. Now, Riot could definitely take this away from all of us, and it will be a sad day. But I feel like it's a lot harder to fix than it may seem, considering it's been in the game for so long. But again, you press E twice, and boom, you have a double E. So there's your tip. Now, tip number 5, which is actually going to be a lane tip, is if you're ever laning at Shyvana, you should be maxing W and also be taking Shield Bash and Grasp. And the reason for that is because it's super, super easy to trade with Grasp up, Shield Bash up, reducing the damage you take in a trade, and then also the W explosion at the end. It's just the most beautiful way of trading with someone. And if you're not doing that and you haven't tried it yet, you really need to try it. It's super OP. Honestly, I don't understand why Shyvana's win rate is so low in lane, considering you can just have a free trading tool like this. But it's very possible people are just not building correctly. With that being said, this will, I guess, conclude the first tips video, but as I am learning more about the new Shyvana, and as there will certainly be changes in the future, especially the Fury change to her ultimate haste effect in the next patch, I will be making another one in the future, and so look forward to that. Thank you for watching.